All right, let's get started. Hi guys, my name is Nathan Katzaroff, and today I will be taking you through my independent research project where I monitored the effects of air quality on the population of bird species Ammophila ruficus, which is a sparrow, and I have included right here a picture in the background of a sparrow. This is a pretty common bird. You'll see it throughout California, especially in Slough. If you go down to Santa Rosa Park, you'll be able to find plenty of them. Yeah, so let's get started. So I want to talk about how urbanization, which is the process of taking a open area or a rural-like area and converting it to a city-like area. So basically this has multiple effects on bird populations. However, there's many confounding variables that make it to where you cannot exactly determine which parts of the urbanization actually is affecting the bird population. For example, you have the air pollution, you have the number of people, so the noise pollution, you have the light pollution, which all these things can disrupt the mating patterns of birds, just the overall distribution. Some birds do better in the city-like environments, for example pigeon. Other birds, their species will die off. And so in this lab, I hypothesized that a change in air quality would result in a change of the population of birds. And so if bird populations are indeed affected by the air quality, then as the air quality increases, the population of birds will increase as well, and vice versa. So here I am showing you Santa Rosa Park. This is where I conducted my experiment from May 4th to May 26th. So every day I would try to go in the morning. The main reason for going in the morning was to mitigate the effect that people could have scaring off the birds potentially. And so I would go in the morning, ideally when less people were there, and I would make a lap around the park, carrying around my notebook with me, and as I would go around, I would mark each time I saw a sparrow. And so this would either be visually, if it was right next to me, or if I saw it flying above the park, I would just put a little tick mark, and then I would keep walking. So I'd do one lap around the park, and at the end of it, that's what my number was for the day. And then to keep track of the air index quality, I went to this website called Air Now, and they provide data on the air quality over periods of time, and it's up to date. You can find it for anywhere in the world, and so yeah. And so what I found in my study was that there was a significant correlation between the air quality and the bird population. The correlation in my case for the time in which the experiment was done was a negative correlation, meaning that the air quality had decreased, and that as a result of that, the bird populations also decreased. But don't let the numbers get you wrong. With the p-value, yes, 0.005314, which is less than the significance value of 0.05, that means we do have significant correlation, but we also found an R value, which was negative 0.5614011. The negative value indicates that it has a negative correlation, but the slope, this R value also gives us a insight into the slope as not being very linear because it's only 0.56. And so here you can see an image of my results, or graph of my results, basically, and we have on the y-axis we have the number of birds, and on the x-axis we have the air index quality. As you can see, there is the negative trend, but it's not linear really whatsoever. It's kind of all over the place. And so basically, if you look at the results of this study and you look at the results of Newman, who did a study on air pollutants and the effects it has on the biological factors of birds, he also found that increased air pollution leads to decreased bird populations. His lab, though, was conducted on a much larger scale over a longer period of time, while one of the problems in this lab was that the length of the study was not even a month long. It was only from May 4th to May 26th, so not much data was gathered. Also, another error in this experiment was the procedure. Because I was going around simply placing tick marks for each bird I saw, it could easily have been mistaken where I counted one bird twice in a day instead of only each bird individually. So a tagging system needed to be developed. And one thing I also would like to address in this is that I wanted to see how air quality would change with people going out more, with quarantine ending and whatnot. And whatnot. And so I was hoping that there would be a clear trend that air quality would decrease over time, and therefore there would also be a clear trend of less birds or a decrease in population. But it's very hard to tell like what a population of a bird species is in a month. It's usually something that is carried over for years. And then lastly, this is my literature cited for the lab. This is the book that Newman used. Some biological indicators. And yeah, I think that's it for me. I hope you have a good one.